Oh god, my hair. Ugh. Probably should have done something to it before hitting record. But yeah, I forgot to record uh the New York Comic Con. I forgot. See, look, I don't even have my damn thing here. So yeah, I forgot to do the New York Comic Con 2019 recap vlog thing that I normally do. Yeah, because seriously, like a couple weeks right before New York Comic Con, I finally got a job after being like unemployed for way longer than I thought I'd be. Um, and then it was just like, cool, okay, job, you're gonna let me take off for Comic Con. They didn't know it was Comic Con, but they later found out it was Comic Con. And it's like, alright, cool. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta work. And then I go Comic Con, and I go back to work, and it was like, insane. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm posting up pictures, da da da. And then after a while, I was just like, and I'm like, just looking at my YouTube, I'm like, alright, and I got the El Camino thing in there. I went to see the Joker late, and I was like, oh shit, forgot. So, I don't have like a bag of merch at this garbage can bag of merch because being unemployed and pretty much broke, I didn't buy anything this year. So this is like this is me hugging myself. Oh god, my shedding like a cat. Oh my god, like a cat. Oh god, right. Am I stressed? Ah, chunk of hair. Main thing to talk about is my amazing costume that I want to talk about. It's over here. Put my costume here. Yes, my big ass Jabba the Hutt costume that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. You know, like probably back on the day, but seriously, probably a good shit, fucking like 6 years ago or something. I was like, oh man, I'd really love to do like Star Wars, but I was just kind of like worried, you know, because Star Wars is such a large fandom and so many people, you know, do it so well and they're part of like the 501st, like all that shit, like, and I'm like, damn, you guys are good, you know, like I don't want to just be like, hey guys, I'm doing my Star Wars costume. I got a dress on. I know it doesn't make sense, you know. So I was like worried, but I definitely wanted to make sure I was out on model as much as I could be, you know, because there were people at the con. Someone asked me if I was Yoda. I don't know. I'm too big to be fucking Yoda, bitch. I didn't have any ears. Someone like I saw a couple comments that people thought I was something from Gremlins 2, which I was like, wow. Which now makes me want to do the freaking like Lady Gremlin to be like, okay, this is that, because I'm just such a freaking idiot. But other than that, like the response was great. I was very, very, you know, happy with it because part of me was like, I don't know, this might be our last year doing New York Comic Con, you know, just because it's just hard to get tickets and it's just insanely crowded. A lot of people want to just go to this con now just because it's popular and it's like the in thing to do, which is hilarious because when it started, it was like, no, you know, when any of these cons started, people didn't give a fuck. Now it's like, you know, the in thing to go to a con and dress up and all that stuff, you know, now it's not, you're not made fun of for it as much. You still are, but like, not as much as before. Anyway, but yeah, but because we had such warm, you know, and amazing responses to like our costumes and all that shit that we're just like, you know what, like fuck it, you know, if we can get tickets next year, we'll do it next year. There wasn't this like, nope, put my foot down, not gonna go, but we're just like, we're still gonna go, you know. And then we were stuck in the spot that we were in like last year, but last year we were actually stuck there because I was like, oh, let's just stand here just because, again, big wings, just so I can have a breather because I'm just like fucking slapping everyone with those wings. I'm like, let me just find a big open space, woosah, that kind of stuff. And then that's when we had like the paparazzi thing from last year. But this year it was just like, oh hey, let's just go back to that spot just because it's big. Again, huge stress. Again, take a breather. But then there'd be times where we're just like, I'm done chilling, and then it was just kind of like, and a lot of people were like, have you actually seen the dealer like floor? And I was like, I did see the dealer floor. I actually walked around the dealer floor quite a lot, because we went 2 days, we went Friday and Saturday, we went a lot. I know a lot of times when people ran into me, I was still in that spot, or like, we'd go away, get our refill soda, come back, and some people will walk by and be like, you guys are still here? And it's like, we actually walked around, but, you know, I know the dress is big, but I was able to move a lot easier than with those fucking wings that just were there, you know, so yeah, if you like, if you ever go to New York Comic Con, want to find me, you know exactly what spot to find me at, just right at that entrance. It was great, you know. I had a lot of people being like, oh, you know, like, do you work specifically with textiles? I'm like, not just that, I do a lot, you know. Yeah, it was just like, there was like this mother and daughter who saw me and were just like, oh, like, I love that. I like, just, everyone was like over gasp, you know. Like, I love that, just because, like, in all honesty, I really needed it for, after not having a job for so long, and then just getting all the rejection letters, you know, from all these places, and, you know, the whole, like, no experience, need experience, like, going in through that fucking loop of just wanting to die, you know, and then finally getting this current job that I have right now that is just not retail, finally, you know, that is, like, utilizing my skills and talents for shit, you know, and it's great. And so I'm just, and then added that, and then going to the con, and then just being like, I present myself as Jabba the Hutt, and people, like, getting that I'm Jabba the Hutt, and I was like, yes! I need to find the video where we were interviewed by, I think, ABC. We were interviewed individually, and at first, like, the sound guy didn't know who I was, so he was like, oh no, we want your friend, because Paul's Mace Windu. And I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, I get it. And then, like, the interview girl was like, do you know who she is? She's Jabba the Hutt. And the guy's like, oh my god. And he's like, I thought you were something from an anime. Which I got that a few times. Where people were like, I thought you were from anime. And I was like, just because my eyes fold this way, damn, son. Like, starting to get all a little No Country for Old Men here. Let me freaking trim some of this. Anyway, but, like, during the interview, they were like, oh, you know, like, you're obviously a huge Star Wars fan, you know, all that stuff, and they're like, are you excited for the last movie? And like, da. And then she hit me with a question. She's like, well, this is the last time we're gonna see Carrie Fisher. And I'm like, like, that shit hit me out of nowhere, man. And all of a sudden I was like, I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm just like trying to hold it in, and I was like, she's really important. And then my eyes started to water because I was trying to hold it in more. And then when, like, I was, like, trying to be, like, and I had, like, the lenses in and shit. And then the girl was like, oh, honey, I'm sorry. And then I'm, like, then I, like, looked over here, and I was, like, didn't even look at her. I just, like, looked far that way. And it was, like, yeah, you know, she's really great. Oh, man, I was, like, just, you know, I was, like, I need to find that because we obviously know what clip they're gonna fucking use. And then they interviewed Paul, and they almost got Paul, but Paul was like, I saw him, he's like, yeah, Space Mom. Nope, you ain't getting me. Like, both of us were like, not, but like, I was like, I'm letting out emotion. I definitely know people are gonna lose it, because they're gonna be like, you crying? You having an emotion outside of anger? And I'm like, I know, it does happen. But yeah, I gotta find that clip, but it's just weird to not be like, hey, I bought this tissue box, and then I got this Bluetooth speaker. Like, I feel like still got my Gustav from Universal. That should be, yeah, this should be the easy cosplay, you know? This should just be like, I should have just showed up at New York Comic Con, and people are like, where's your costume? I'm like, here it is. They're like, what? I was like, yeah. That would be hilarious. People would also, I know there'd be mad people would be also really disappointed. I was really glad that, you know, people were really respectable and, you know, didn't step on my dress, you know, because many years ago, I think it was probably when it was New York Comic Con / New York Anime Festival. Now it's like, it's there somewhere. Like, I'm like, I don't fucking it. They're just like, it's there. I'm like, where? When it was like a clear divide of the two, like the two cons into one thing. And I think a bunch of us, we were doing Final Fantasy X2, I think. Yeah, when I was Pain. This is before, that was like the year before Paul joined in the group. And I I did like a neo-Victorian thing, again, me in hoop skirts, and I'm walking and all that stuff, and then like it was Sunday, it was kids day, and a kid just stepped on the dress, and then I was like, hey, and then the kid like I guess saw that I was mad, just kept stepping on it, and then like my dress ripped, and I was this close to slapping the child. I was just like, ah, pull my dress and walk away, because I had a huge sword too. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, once again, most likely gonna do New York Comic Con again. Just, you know, gotta get my tickets. That is it for cons this year for us. Next year, so far we are trying really hard to get tickets. Well, not in a, there aren't any available, but just financially. Trying to do ECCC, because I usually go ECCC, but the Emerald City Comic Con, that's in Seattle, because it's also ReedPop. We've never, ooh, congestion. I've never done that one before, and we've never been to Seattle, so, like, might as well check that out. Because we've done C2E2 before, but their timing of C2E2 is always around Monsterpalooza, and Monsterpalooza is way more important. And, of course, there's Monsterpalooza we're doing. And then, in a little less than a year, we're definitely gonna try for fucking, Dragon Con. You know, we're definitely gonna try for that, because everyone was like, yo, you guys should go, you guys are really big on your costume game, and that con is all about the costumes, and I'm like, okay, and I'm just shedding like a cat, you know, no stress at all, what stress? Anywho, just talking this long about really nothing, but anywho, New York Comic Con 2019, vlog recap stuff, I'm gonna, Jesus, more hair. I'm gonna, you know, post a video of my Jabba the Hutt makeup and all that shit. But yeah, other than that, thank you. Definitely made Paul's costume in 4 days. My God, almost had a heart attack. And then mine in way more time than that. But alright, bye.